OFB TV viewers, John Keeley here at Verizon Center. Another setback for the Capitals, a 3-2 shootout loss to the Montreal Canadiens on Turn Back the Clock night. And I'm with Sky Kirstein, good buddy from 106.7 The Fan, a youthful member of the media, and I want to use that occasion to talk, before we get into the specifics of the game, Sky. Just a quick reflection. Tonight was a special night in Washington because we were honoring Dino Ciccarelli. We have a lot of new fans to hockey in Washington. Many of them may not remember Dino's career here. He was here pretty briefly, just about 3 seasons, but he came in one of the biggest trades in Capitals history. Mike Gartner and Larry Murphy went, 2 Hall of Famers, and we got 1 Hall of Famer back. Interesting to sort of look at it in that kind of retrospective. Probably a little bit of a one-sided deal, not in Washington's favor, but Dino came in and did just what the Caps were looking for. He got big goals, and no player, I don't think, packed more courage into a little body than Dino Ciccarelli. So he was remembered very, very fondly tonight because his office was Beirut. It was the dirty area that was really tough. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about the game tonight. I was looking for clean effort from the Capitals tonight. If not 60 minutes, 40 or 50 minutes of quality hockey and a statement game coming out of the All-Star break. I didn't think we got it. What did you see, Scott?
I thought the first period was a good statement. Matthew Perreault got a goal right off the bat, something he really needed. Well, he got a nice little break on that. It went 5-hole when Price should have had it. And then after that, they had all the momentum going their way. They had a nice power play where Green found Knuble, put it in, and then suddenly you get to the second period, and again, they can't carry over momentum from one period to another. Had a horrible second period. You had John Carlson giving the puck away. You had defenders falling all over the place. And going to the third, you have to try gain that momentum back, and they couldn't tonight. And, then they go to overtime and lose again, which we still can't figure out the struggles on this team. 8 overtimes or in shootouts in a row, and they can't win.
I think it's now 10 of the last 11 they've lost in overtime. Tonight's game, from my vantage, was a little bit more watchable. There was some flow. The Capitals weren't dumping and chasing as much. They were actually carrying the puck in the zone, and Montreal certainly was. I was discouraged by the time and space that the Canadians got. They got a lot of good looks at Semyon Varlamov, and the second period, you rightly identified, a real downturn in this game. I think the Capitals probably lost this game in the second period. The moment the ice just shifted toward Montreal from the second period on, and the Caps just clung on for that point, I thought.
Well, I love the way that they came out tonight. You can't really beat that. They were firing on all cylinders, and that first period was probably one of the best periods total I've seen the Caps play in a long time, especially when they're actually scoring goals, not just getting a bunch of shots. I thought, everything was rolling that first period, but in the second period, again, this team has a lot of problems when they hold on to the puck too much or they make stupid passes. They just don't get it perfect. They either hold it and they miss open guys, so eventually cutting up the side, and, they're just missing guys left and right, and then they make stupid mistakes. Turnovers at really bad times, and as Boudreau just said, when he has forwards yelling behind Carlson, leave it, and he leaves it there, but they're 20 feet down the ice. Right. That's a problem, and Montreal did a great job turning the Caps' mistakes into goals tonight.
Capitals, especially the forwards, I don't think are using each other well, and we've seen, from my vantage, this has been a problem all year long, especially relative to last year. In the post-game tonight, I really liked the question. Jill Sorensen of Comcast, I thought, asked a great question of Coach Boudreau. She said, I saw Mike Green come out tonight after the game, and he's wearing the T-shirt from training camp, stay angry. And she asked the coach, are the players still angry from last year? And I don't see it night after night. I don't see a hungry, angry hockey team coming out. What do you see?
Well, not for 60 minutes.
Certainly not.
You see it for one period, sometimes at the beginning of the games, as we saw tonight, or a lot of times we see them in the third period wake up and then go really hard, but they have no goals to show for it. I think a huge issue on this team is continuity. Because, again, they switch those lines so much, you can't get used to playing with one player.
And it's the defensive pairing as well. It's constant switching.
Yes, and the injuries have had a lot to do with the defensive side. I still think, personally, I like Hannon and Green. Right. And then you have Carlson and Ulster, so you have 2 great defensive pairings right there. And then you have a third one where we could fill in with Erskine if Cody's, when he gets healthy. You put Schultz there. We'll see what happens there. But on the forward side, you switch guys all the time. You put Knuble back on the first line tonight, where you've had Chimera the past couple games. You're moving guys up and down. Who knows when Matthew Perreault, how long he's going to stay up here for? Because, again, he played great in the first period, but then we lost him a little bit, and he still isn't as physical as other guys. Marcus is playing better, but still he can't win a face-off for the life of him.
Right. He's
and
not
there's
top
a lot
six guy.
No, he
Hey,
isn't.
So Tampa takes Philly to the woodshed tonight. They gain a point on the Caps. The Caps' next game is in Tampa Friday night. Tonight I thought was a big game, and Friday, I mean, if there's any chance of the Caps even staking a claim to the Southeast, they probably have to win Friday. Do you agree?
They not only have to win Friday, but they also have to win Sunday, too.
Against
And they have to not, already see Pittsburgh coming and, take it easy. We saw what happened last time they played Tampa down there. It didn't go too well. And if they're looking ahead to the Pittsburgh game on Sunday at 12:30, start right before the Super Bowl, there could be some issues there. But again, I agree with you. This is a must-win game on Friday. You can't be 7 points behind with only, 29 games after that to go. I mean, especially with Tampa playing so well, you just can't do it, and the Caps still can't score.
And they need more traffic in front of the net. They need more dirty goals. They can't take Dino Ciccarelli with them to Tampa.
I did like, though, late in the game, Ovi was in front of the net tonight, which is something we haven't seen much of. I did like him going to the net, but again, and they can't go to overtime because that just has been a complete disaster the last couple months.
All right, my friend, Sky Kernstein, 1067 The Fan. Follow him on Twitter. Follow him on 1067. He gives game reports, audio reports there. And for OFB TV, John Keeley, we'll see you next time.